like the intro and everything like that, I try to be a little different. It's actually 2 days after since I recorded that. Yesterday rained, and the day that I recorded that little scene, I was busy, so after that I couldn't even do anything. But today I got time. So, like I said, guys, I'm going to be talking about the reasons why I think, the 99 to 04 Mustangs or S95s or Newedges are the best project cars, alright? And I'm going to give you 5 reasons about that. So let's get into it, and I'll show you why. So first things first, whenever I'm looking into a project car, you always want to see how much it will cost, the affordability of it. So honestly, I didn't think of getting a Newedge at first. First thing I got when I wanted to get a project car was, you guys know, it was a Bassani Mustang. It was a 91 5.0 LX, and to be honest, it was a fun car. Thing is, it was already built when I bought it, and it was like little things I could do to it, other than it like explode and stuff like that. So it really wasn't that good of a car. But this car has been so good to me, bro, and like working on it is so fun, especially with other friends who are in that community. It's really cool. But overall, I bought this car for $5,500 stock. So you can actually go to my Instagram and I'll post a before and after picture of how my car used to look like. But obviously, it did not look like this, guys. This took a lot of work and also a lot of money to put into. But I worked my butt off to have it looking the way I wanted to. So I'm going to be talking about the reasons why I bought it. Well, obviously it's fun. It's a fun car. I wanted it for drag racing. I wanted it for show. First of all, I wanted my car just to show off. Like, I wanted it to be a car show. But when I get into drag racing, that's my that became my new love. But overall, guys, it's a fun car for everything. If you want to go drag racing, show car, easily you can do anything with these cars. It's just so fun to do. The parts are cheap, so I mean, it's a pretty cheap car. It wasn't cheap to me. It came with like 130,000 miles for $5,500. It was a stupid deal, but whatever. I wanted an all-black Mustang, and you know what? I got it. I think it's cheap. You can also go to like off-road Craigslist, and you find these cars for so cheap, with better mileage than I got mine. But overall, guys, I liked it a lot. I still love my car to this day. I don't ever think of selling it unless, hope to God nothing, bad happens. But I love my car, so that's obviously number one, affordability. Alright, guys, so my second point is going to be parts. Now, whenever I'm looking into a car, or I'm going to buy a new car, especially when I did this one, I was looking at the parts. I want to see how much they cost compared to the vehicle, because obviously if you're going to be working on a project car, you don't want parts to be too expensive, depending who you are. Obviously, if you're like me, who was a college student and wanted a project car during my time, I wanted a car that was affordable and also the parts. So what I did was I went to OfferUp, I went to websites like American Muscle, Late Model Restoration, and I compared how much of these parts cost, will I be able to afford them, will I be able to use them in my car, eventually. And that's something that you show guys, you all guys should look at. So I'm gonna use some examples. So the Plenum video, I talked about buying a whole Plenum for $100 now. For the people who are looking for into project cars, Plenum for $100 is pretty cheap, and it was a trick flow one, so it's a good brand. 75mm, so it's a big upgrade from the 65mm that the stock one comes with. Second thing is the ratchet shifter. So you guys seen the ratchet shifter? It's people have mixed feelings about it, but I love it a lot. Believe it or not, I bought that ratchet shifter for a grand total of $15. Yes, people, I bought that ratchet shifter for $15. A B&M Ratchet shifter. Somebody got fired that day. I'll tell you that right now. I was literally up at like 12 in the morning, and I was gonna buy it. I clicked on the website, right, just to buy it. Literally, I was gonna buy this thing for like 200 something, and for some reason it was at $15. Dude, I bought it so quick, had it delivered, and I could not believe it. I really had it. I really got it for $15, and if you guys want proof, I have receipts too. And yeah, guys, I mean, I did the installation myself. Took 5 to 6 hours, and boom, there it is, and it's a pretty fun thing. So obviously, some people won't get that type of luck, but hey, man, you never know. Now this thing is pretty cool. Now what I like about Newedge is that there's parts forever, guys. Like you can go to junkyards, you can find headlights all the time. So what I did here was, I was like, you know what? Let me get a headlight and let me make a little hole right here, so when I go drag racing, all the air goes into the intake. And actually, I'm going to be doing a little experiment soon. Hopefully, once this virus goes away, and we'll go to the strip and we'll see if air gets into the intake, and let's see how the car performs. So it'll be funny. It'll be fun. But like I said, guys, I mean, look at this. Like, I did this in about 30 minutes modifying this. I mean, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be able to do this in a new Mustang. You would do this with old cars, because obviously, headlights don't even cost that much. I mean, I'm pretty sure a pair of headlights for Newedge Mustangs go for like $40. So, I mean, these were actually given to me. But I mean, guys, like projects like this are just fun to do, and being hands-on, that's a point of a project car. So it's really cool doing stuff like this. But let me get on to my third point here. Alright guys, so my third point is going to be performance. Now, obviously when you're buying a project car, you want it to be nice, you want it to sound cool, you want it to be fast. So with 2 valves, you're not going to be the fastest, but it's good competition against, you know, obviously you see me race 5.0s, you see me race other 4.6s, trucks and stuff like that. So, you know, for performance, it's a pretty cool car, it's a fun car. I mean, it's got some torque, my guy. So, and horsepower, you can always, you know, work with that. You can swap motors, you can do this in the motor, you can do that and that. So like I said guys, parts are cheap, you can always do a lot of things to it. So you know what, let me stop talking and let's hear the motor. Now real quick, my exhaust system is this. I have stock exhaust manifolds. I have a Bassani Off-Road X-Pipe that's for a manual, but I had it custom made to fit automatics because, you know, automatics have larger bell housings. And other than that, it has a glass pack muffler and then a straight pipe. I have no cats, no resonators. So here we go. Now, I already turned on the car, so it's not as loud when, you know, I turned it on for the first time. But I'm surely gonna give it a rev, and hopefully you guys like it. Badass for a project car. You guys can do the same thing. Like I said, these Newedges don't cost that much. Doing stuff like that to the exhaust doesn't cost that much at all. So I mean, it's a pretty fun car, guys. So let's get to that fourth point. Alright guys, so my fourth point is going to be working on cars. Now, let me show you the motor here. Alright guys, so when I first got this car, I didn't know butt crack on how to do anything. I didn't know how to work on cars. I didn't know how to do this. I used to work at AutoZone, man. I didn't even know how to change batteries. I didn't even know how to change headlights. None of that stuff, man. I didn't know how to do anything. However, when I got a project car, that was the challenge. I was gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna try to work on my car as much as possible. I'm gonna be trying to do this and that and that. And with this car, man, I've learned to do almost everything. I learned to do with the batteries, the headlights. Obviously, that's easy now to me. Obviously, I can't do big things like, you know, changing the gears and stuff like that yet. But you know, working on cars, guys, it's a fun thing. You know, it's blood, sweat, and tears into this car. For sure, tears, because goddamn, this thing has made me cry over some dumb things. But overall, guys, it's a fun car. I like working on it a lot. And you know, guys, the point of a project car, like I said, is to be on hands. You want to work on your car. You want to tell people, when people come up to you, hey, what does the car have? Oh, it has this, this, and that. You know, and overall, guys, I mean, working on these type of cars, especially Newedges, are so easy. Like, golly, like. Yeah, there you see a lot of cords here and there, and you see a lot of hoses, and that's how I looked at it when I first popped the hood. But after working on it for so long and owning it for years now, I know where most of these things go towards. And I mean, like, golly, like, it's funny because like back then I didn't even know how to rev up the damn engine with the Plenum, but now I obviously do with the little cord on the back. But it's just funny how things, you know, transpired into that because I didn't know how to work on cars at all. And working on cars now is one of my favorite things to do, and it's cool because you get to learn, and you know, hopefully you can, you know, use that towards other things. Now, the way I learn, guys, is being in the community. Now, what you gotta do is you gotta make friends. You gotta go out there. You gotta be on, you know, little marketplaces that are around Newedges, or maybe the car that you want to get into. But there's always gonna be people around, you know, your area that work on their cars too, especially cars that you're interested in. And maybe they can come and help you. Obviously, I made a lot of friends through the car community. Golly, like, more than half of my friends are into cars and stuff like that, and now they're my good friends. But they've come to my house, I've gone to their house, and we work on cars together. It's a cool bond. You get to learn things, you know, you get to teach them, and they get to teach you back. So it's a cool thing, guys. And that's my fourth point. Now let me get to my last point. So alright, guys, so my last and fifth point is obviously this. If you want your dream car, and if you want a Newedge Mustang, or you want a good project car like the Newedge Mustang, you gotta believe in your heart, guys. It's gotta be something from the soul. You know what I'm saying? Something deep in your heart, and it's a blessing. Go ahead, look, man. If you want a badass car, look at my car. It looks badass, man. I ain't gonna lie, my car looks badass. Guys, you can get to this. You can achieve this. I did this in a year and a half or 2 years. like I said, man, if you follow the last 4 points and you put that work into your new wedge, I'm pretty sure either, obviously, yours won't look like mine if you want a track car, you want a show car, but you can obviously accomplish what you want to do if you just, put your mind to it. What I did is I got a piece of paper and I wrote down all the mods I wanted and I checked them off a list. So guys, I mean, the new wedges are probably, in my opinion, the best body style of any Mustang, man. So that goes for the Cobras, the Terminators. Those new wedges are badass, man. The GTs, even V6s look cool. So guys, overall, new wedges I believe are probably the best project cars. And that's my ending points, so my 5 points. So guys, please, like and subscribe to the video, show family and friends, and hopefully you guys will watch our next video or in the previous videos as well. See you.